Hello, Subbies, and welcome back to Entertainment News SA. Now, without wasting any time, let's get straight into this topic. Subbies, when they say money does not buy you class, this is exactly what they mean. Mrs. Mops, it is very classless of you to tell your friend that she is very forward, and in such a rude way. I can only wonder how you are on a face-to-face level. And while we are here, we will not forget how judgmental you were of Happy when she entered the room, and just how you looked down on her, calling her rough around the edges, as if you, my darling, feel as if all this money has washed you off and makes you automatically such a classy lady. Now, that is such a joke for me. Happy, while we are on the subject of not forgetting, you were in the car with Mrs. Mops promising all the fire that you were going to bring onto that boat tour. And alas, when you got there, nothing was said. All you did was sit and scroll through your phone. Now, this is very strange. It's very weird. It does not align with who you say you are and how you're going to come to the party. I'm sure a lot of people were as confused as I was watching the scene. Happy, as an individual, you are so much more endearing when you are within your independent spirit and energy, showing people who you really are, your authenticity, and the genuine Happy Similani. This whole being a follower behind Mrs. Mops is honestly not such a good look for you, and it honestly makes you look like a lapdog willing to do or say what is instructed of you by Mrs. Mops. I also happen to think that your lack of interest or participation on the boat cruise was sheer utter disrespect to the viewers, because as much as this is a reality show, remember, it is your job. You are supposed to take it seriously, to interact and to say your point of view without wanting to storm out of the boat, and by being a mature woman. Miss Mancha, my darling, you are TV gold, and you show that you can actually win by being genuine and sincere and having a heart. Wanting to resolve the issues amongst the lady or ladies is very admirable of you, and it shows your nature of inclusivity. Now, Miss Manche, do not ever let another woman speak down on you like how Mrs. Mops spoke to you. I mean, you just sat there and you took it. Now, there is no way on earth that another grown woman can refer to another one as being forward, and you just sit there and you just take it. Miss Manche, I expected so much more from you, to stand up for yourself and to say, listen, you will not speak to me in that way. Now, Miss Manche, I think it goes without saying that it is clear to see that Mrs. Mops is not your friend. She has disrespected you on numerous occasions, and I, for one, find it so heartbreaking, because on your side, I see that you actually were yearning for a genuine connection and friendship from the both of you. Ratile, I gotta give it to you. It was a brilliant idea to actually host these ladies on a boat so they cannot run away like they normally do when the kitchen gets too hot. Now, the other thing I have to say about you, Ratile, is the fact that I feel as though you need to stand up for yourself more. You need to speak up for yourself and do not let these ladies walk and trample all over you. You are a strong Black woman, and you do have a voice, and do not let anyone tell you otherwise. Be more vocal, say how you feel. And with that said, I was so proud of you for standing up to Happy, letting her know exactly how you feel. And you left us hanging and wondering, what is this conversation that happened between you and Happy that she is so uncomfortable around you? Miss Ratile, we need to know the tea. You need to spill the tea and let us know what exactly happened. Miss Nunurai, the queen of accountability. Now, Nunurai, I have to say, I absolutely get you as a person, and I see where you are coming from. But however, sometimes it is so important to read the room, to not waste and expend your energy on things that are totally pointless, on topics that people are not ready to receive. But I have to say, I absolutely love your spirit of keeping it real, expressing yourself, telling your point of view and waiting and watching the ladies cringe as you wait for a response from them. I mean, you grilled the ladies, you wanted them to be accountable for their words and for their actions. But unfortunately, because the room was not receptive, it seemed as if you were a dog with a bone and you could not let it go. I, for one, would like to commend you for remaining calm even under such severe disrespect. You kept your cool and you kept on expressing yourself. Now, Nunurai, for me, you were the queen of this episode. Showmax and the Mummy Club producers, well done on giving us a first season of the Mummy Club, introducing us to these lovely women, letting us get into their lives and get to know them a bit better than what we would have based on social media. Now, obviously, because it was the first season, there are a lot of learning curves. And I am sure that if the show is going to be continued to go on, you would have learned from your mistakes from the first season. The ladies really came in, introduced who they were, and we got to know them better. Although some were more real than others, it still does not take away the fact that they opened their doors to their homes so we can get a peek through the keyhole and see how they live their lavish lives. Now, am I sad to see the show come to an end? Yes and no. Yes, because we're introduced to some beautiful ladies that we wouldn't have known if it wasn't for the show. Ladies like Nunurai and Radile. No, because it is sort of bittersweet to see what was a former fave, i.e. Mrs. Mops, turn into what you could consider a mean girl. Or maybe she's just playing a role, and her role was that of being the mean girl on the Mummy Club. You will never know. Now, Subbies, let me know what you think of my review in the comment section down below. Was I too harsh, or did I hit the nail on the head? Now, as I always say, I really appreciate and I would like to thank you for watching my video. Now, please note that by you liking and pressing the subscribe button, it says to YouTube that you enjoy my content. It will push it on your feed and it will recommend me to other viewers of a similar taste to you. Now, thank you so much for watching and goodbye.